everybody, and welcome to this video on probability. In this video, we're having a look at what is a probability of a particular event. So the definition of probability. So if we have a particular event that we're interested in and we want to know the probability that it occurs, we look at the total number of favorable outcomes related to that event, and we divide it by the total number of possible outcomes. So let us have a look at an example. So if we were interested in the probability that we get a head on a coin, then it's going to be the number of favorable outcomes in the numerator. And on a coin, you have the only one that's related to heads is the head. You only have one head, so that is one. And in the denominator, we have the possible outcomes. So from flipping a coin, we have two possible outcomes. You can either get a head or you can get a tail. So the denominator is then 2. So then the probability that you get a head on a coin is 1/2 or a half. Let us have a look at some examples. So the first one says that we should calculate the probability of getting a 6 on a 6-sided die. So the probability of getting a 6, so how many 6s would we find on a 6-sided die? There's only one side that's labeled 6, and in total there are 6 sides, so the probability of getting a 6 on a 6-sided die is 1/6. Now the probability of you getting a 6 on an 8-sided die. So probability of getting a 6 on an 8-sided die, you'd still have 1/6, assuming you have one of each number. And this time you have 8 sides, so 8 options. So then the probability is 1/8. So the next one we have is getting an ace from a standard deck of cards. So a standard deck of cards is excluding the jokers. So if you're getting an ace, so you have 13 of each suit. So you have 13 hearts, 13 clubs, 13 spades, 13 diamonds. So you have 13, and the 13 from ace all the way to king of each suit. So an ace, if we think about how many aces we'd have an ace of hearts, ace of spades, ace of clubs, and ace of diamonds. So in total, the probability, so we want to calculate the probability of an ace. In total, we're going to have 4 aces in a standard deck, and in total, we're going to have 52 cards to pick from. So the probability of you getting an ace is 4/52 or 1/13. Okay, so the next one says getting a 10 of hearts from a standard deck of cards. So the probability of a 10 of hearts, how many 10 of hearts do we have? This is not the same as the aces. We don't have 4 aces, we only have 1 10 of hearts. And in total, we have 52 cards, so it's 1/52. Now for the next set of questions, we'll be looking at this bag. And the first one says probability of picking a green ball. So again, we count the number of favorable responses. So how many green balls do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 favorable responses over the total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 10 balls. So 2/5. The probability of picking a pink or purple ball. So pink or purple, that means we can count either one of those. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 balls that are either pink or purple, which means that it's 3/5. The probability of not picking a green ball. So we use bar to denote it, so not green. And the ones that are not green are the ones that are pink or purple. So again, it's 6/10, which is 3/5. And then finally, the probability of picking a yellow ball. So if we look over here, how many yellow balls do we have? We have no yellow balls. So it's 0/10. So it's 0. So what happens is a probability ranges from 0 to 1. Okay, and 0, the closer it is to 0, the less likely it is. If it is 0, it's basically meaning it's not going to happen. And if it goes closer to 1, the more likely it is to happen. And if it is exactly 1, then it's definitely going to happen. This is helpful to know because sometimes you're doing some calculations. You just want to check that that probability that you've calculated lies between 0 and 1. And then its value can help us interpret how likely that event is to happen. I hope that you've understood this video, and please watch the others on probability. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Bye.